Hey, really quick update. So you guys saw the video I did on my phone, the mobile video, with the BTC chart where I explained how my supports and resistance levels will come into play. As you guys know, I talk about it all the time. Support and resistance is by far the most important aspect of any trading strategy, any TA skill set that you're developing. If you're trying to learn how to do this stuff, you need to focus entirely on support and resistance and identifying different types of support and resistance, how they work, different probabilities. It's absolutely crucial. I can't highlight that enough. When it comes to trading, you need to learn how to manage risk and focus entirely on risk. Don't worry about profits, worry about mitigating, minimizing risk. Then for the TA side of things, everything is about support and resistance. You need to focus entirely on identifying support and resistance and learning how to manage that stuff. So, in this instance, you can see exactly why, right? I talked about how we just broke above the 222 EMA, which was a really big and important step. But then we had some crucial resistance above that. We had to break this resistance range. You can see right after I did that video, within the next hourly candle or two, we got rejected almost exactly at my resistance. That candle topped out at a high of 80.9735. And let's see, these were all these other candles that hit the same resistance were all within like $30. So that's a really strong resistance. You could also see we got rejected on this candle here on the way down. We got support on the way down too. We got a lot of support right there as well. 2 candles in a row. This one wicked through for a second, and I could follow that back even further and get a ton of resistance back over here. So this has been a long time coming. This has been running for a while. A lot of resistance here, a lot of resistance all along this entire period. You can see that is an absolutely crucial resistance level and one that is probably going to be relevant indefinitely. In other words, if we were to move sideways or go up and down and correct over the next month or two, this resistance could end up being absolutely key even 4 months down the road if the price is still around this area, which obviously I don't expect it to be. I think we'll be a lot higher by then. But that's why I leave these on the chart. You never know when these support levels and resistance levels are going to come in handy in the future. So some of these have been on the chart for 6 months, 12 months. A lot of my charts include supports that are a year old, and I leave them there because when the price gets to that area again, you're going to want to have that support because they don't fail. I mean, they always end up being handy later on. It never fails me. So here we can see we got the rejection at the resistance. Came back down to back under the 222 right above the cloud. So now we're in Ichima territory. Right around here we have all of my Ichima dynamic supports: the 222 EMA, the 55 EMA, and the 99 EMA. 55, 99, 222. Then we have the Ichimoku cloud with span A and span B. The two lines that form the cloud, the top and the bottom of the cloud, are also my dynamic support. So we have 5 dynamic supports. We're between a couple of them now, sitting at the top of the cloud and getting some support as expected. Got some support right at the top of the cloud. We're riding pretty much right along the top. And this is going to be key. If we break into the cloud, these EMAs might not hold. We'll probably drop to the bottom and then test the bottom of the cloud. Usually when you enter into the cloud, you proceed all the way to the other side and test the other side, either break through or get support. So if we do enter the cloud here, I do expect to dip down to the bottom of the cloud at 77.80 about. And I think we're going to bounce. I'm still thinking my bullish count is on. I have a high level of confidence in it. So, all right. That's what I expect right now. Just keep these in mind. What I would say officially, my official call is going to be the resistance right here and the support right here at 7,600. That is the key. That's all it is. Range between 81.10 resistance and 7,600 support is the key to everything. Break resistance, bullish wave 5 count continues towards her 10K destination. Break support. We confirm my prior model, which placed us in which would then place us in a C wave down 2 potential targets, 1 and 2. And just a reminder, those targets 1 and 2, I can show you where they are, in case you forgot. We've got target 1, confluence zone A, 7050, 6300 for target 2. Now, I don't think we go all the way down to target 2 anymore. We're a bit too bullish for that. We'll probably get a more shallow retracement back to confluence zone A, which is right where we got a lot of support in prior trading areas over here. So that's certainly a potential target, but we'll see what happens. I honestly think we're going to get the support, and we're going to move up and test that resistance again. And one more time, if we break that resistance, we're talking about big potential runs here. So keep an eye out for that and watch this range. I've done that before. I've explained in the past, hey, this specific range is the end all be all. And it's always worked out for me. If you guys remember, I said the same thing over here. I said we're stuck in this range. If we break out of this range, we're going to move up, break down below it, go down. We broke up, and sure enough, we went on a solid run until we came down at around 9,000 and corrected again. We've been in a similar range at other points. I don't want to have to go back and show you, but you get the point. It's important to have support and resistance on the chart for that reason. You can identify something like this where you have a very specific range, and you know everything is determined by whether or not that range holds on the top or the bottom. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure your charts represent or show the same supports and resistances that I have here, and that way you'll be able to follow along with me and have a better idea of what's happening. I can't lend you my time machine, but I can share whatever I learned from my trips to the future. And as of right now, this is where we stand. All right. If you guys have any questions, let me know.